There is no time.
There is no time.
There is no time.
But we must come down, ye bunch of roses.
We were just singing a sea shanty. It was great, and you missed it.
And you missed it.
How could you miss it?
Why didn't you join sooner?
God.
My goodness.
You fools.
From the north, reaching out across the world, you're watching the Kofi and Sam channel. This is Kofi.
That's correct, and that one's Sam.
And if you're here, then you are welcome. Hello. Welcome along to the stream. So nice to see you here.
Yeah, it's excellent to see all of you. Apart from the half of you that have apparently been stricken down by sleepiness, according to Kim. Who has been on the Discord, presumably, and like everyone's just like, I'm too sleepy for Transistor.
Too sleepy for
Transistor. Well, you're missing out.
But fair, because it feels like it's been that sort of week.
The sleepy sickness.
Certainly on my end, but
yeah, I asked you how your week was going, and you were like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But hi, we're back. We're playing Transistor after a whole week of not playing Transistor.
I know. Hasn't it been torture?
Why did you click the Forge Mum button?
I just like to click it sometimes.
Okay.
That's
fair
It's
enough.
a good button.
It's a good button.
It's a good button
I'm glad
to
that
have.
Prince of Persia left a lasting impression with us on the channel. Maybe we can, like, next time we need to do I hope that our Shark and Cheesecake CFAX thing has, a long life left in it. But when we finally need to update, maybe we can get Forge Mum in there.
Oh, what the fuck? That was a big thing.
It was.
That was a real big thing.
So, I can't remember. Oh yeah,
Might
that killed us
be
before.
running away. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
am.
just gotta get out. Yeah, it's protected. So are we still in our apartment building?
I think we
Or did we escape from there?
are around there.
So yeah, I think everyone watching this live, I believe, was probably watching it last week. But in case there are any new viewers or anyone watching this in the distant future on YouTube, this is Transistor. It is a cool combination of real-time action RPG with this interesting kind of action resource-based, turn-based combat as well, where we're mixing and matching different powers, which are called functions, that we equip onto our sword or transistor. So each function is like a different move, but you can power it up by pairing it with another function as a secondary.
Yeah,
there are also
I think
passive
most
slots
places would be relatively safe. Sorry, it said at that doorway, hey, the relative safety of this place is high. And it's like, yeah, I was getting attacked by a massive bee stinger.
Captain Red Fox almost missed the stream because they thought it was already Tuesday. And that is a new level of sleepiness.
Yeah, that's...
Well done.
That's an impressive level of sleepiness, I gotta give you. Right.
So I also did a little bit of research. So we don't have a conventional health bar. Rather, our moves have a health bar, and when it gets depleted, we can't use that move for a few fights. And we have to rely on other things, and that's apparently to make sure that you don't get stuck on the same tactics all the time and let you experiment with new things. But what I have heard is that you can't select which health bar gets used up because the game auto-selects based on how much you're using things.
Oh, interesting.
So if you stick to like the same tactics over and over, you might find that a huge serpentine creature was seen clinging to Bracket Tower South in the high-rise district earlier this morning and spreading panic and devastation caused by the process outbreak ravaging the city. Administration warns that the creature is extremely dangerous and is to be avoided at all costs. The 18th Precinct is launching a full-scale effort to draw the creature away from populated centers. Any residents remaining high-rise are urged to leave the area immediately. Hold on, you. Just try to hold on, all right? Is our sword high?
Oh yeah, our sword is very fucked up.
I believe you.
Oh yeah, there was like a freaky thing.
You always have a plan.
Honeybee Charm, hope you're doing okay. Just take it easy, all right?
We have observed a foundation.
Ooh. I've not observed like the Foundation TV series.
Foundation.
Like I read the novel as a kid.
The Asimov.
Yeah.
I have never got around to Asimov's long form.
I have a theory.
And I think it's possibly because I think
I think what's causing this
it's possible I think that Asimov's short stories just work a bunch better, but
I mean, they're really good. I would say if you like his short stories, a good place to start is Caves of Steel, which is it is like a long version of one of his short stories because it is a robot murder mystery. Which a lot of his best short stories are robot mysteries. You know, they might not be murder mysteries, but they're certainly like, why is this robot behaving this way? Mysteries.
that's true.
Foundation is not that.
Dogs, why are you turning into
Yeah.
into white monoliths, huh?
Don't you want to turn into a white monolith someday?
Oh, okay.
Hey, why'd you stop?
Oh,
Oh, sword is not well.
sword is not well. Oh. Shit.
Don't bother, just
We're sorry.
It's gone
This
to the
terminal has suffered an unknown problem and needs to restart. Restarting.
if we don't move it, we'll be worse than this terminal.
We are sorry. Your request could not be completed this time.
I doubt they'll get
All
the
circuits
memo.
currently busy.
Hey,
Fucking
where's the
bye.
supply?
Fuckity bye.
Fuckety bye.
Fuckity bye.
Oh boy.
Almost.
Yeah, Honeybee Charm, just take it easy. Look out for yourself first and foremost.
Wanna hear a
Like,
funny joke?
Yeah.
it is good to see you here, but at the end of the day, this is just a stream and this is just a game. So,
Never mind.
like,
Tell
do
me
not
later.
feel like you have to be here. Only be here if you are having fun.
Cool.
If you are having fun. You know, like, we hope you're having fun.
If you're having fun, you're obliged to stay. No, wait, no.
Are we there yet?
I hope so, bud. Oh. Oh boy. Right.
Does Mask make backstabs better?
Yes. So
See, I reckon your quickest, cheapest move with ultra backstab ability. Honeybee Charm confirms that they have waffles, so everything's good.
Oh, that's good.
I wish I had waffles actually. What's your preferred? What's everyone's preferred way to consume waffles? What do you like on your waffles, Sam?
I want to say I have only eaten waffles about twice in my life.
Seriously?
I have not eaten a lot of waffles unless you count potato waffles, in which case I have eaten a lot of potato waffles.
So you like your waffles to be potato? In which case, what is your condiment of choice with your potato waffles? We're going to play this game.
Condiment of choice with potato waffles. Oh, when I was eating potato waffles a lot in my life, it would probably be brown sauce.
Brown sauce. Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I raise you over brown sauce. HP sauce. It's still brown sauce, actually, but HP sauce is good. HP fruity is amazing.
I can see that, but I actually think as time goes on, the more I just prefer the original.
See, I'm the opposite. I used to love the original, but since I tried HP Fruity, it's changed my life, Sam. The response is coming in from chat. Overwhelmingly, maple syrup is a theme, but also berries.
Berries?
But berries and maple syrup. No one's... Actually, no, sorry. Lurchy has said berries on its own, or hot cherries, specifically hot cherries. Got chocolate, candy, whipped cream, and vanilla icing. I would say, for me, it is...
Oh, you are large.
Toasted waffles. Ooh. Man. You're not backstabbing that, are you? That's just not happening. Oh, it blocked it all?
Huh.
Yeah, so toasted waffles, maple syrup, either strawberries or blueberries, and a scoop of vanilla ice cream.
See, the problem
Just
for
got to
me...
let it melt into like the crags in the waffle.
That does sound pretty great. The problem for me is I often don't trust people going, I shall give you maple syrup, because so often they give you maple flavored syrup, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's an important difference. I kind of like the maple flavored syrup, but I think for this you want to use the good stuff. For me, like the maple flavored syrup is an ingredient.
Oh no!
But it's not like a thing to eat on its own.
I cannot stand maple flavored syrup. I think it tastes awful. By the way, massive shout out to Alia Baxter.
Oh hell yeah, Alia!
Subbing for 11 months.
11 months.
Ah. Do you reckon I'm getting this, or should I just go through the door?
Yeah, I don't think you can go through the door, can you? It's like a third dead. And you're only a quarter dead, so you're doing fine. Yeah, you got this. Kim makes a good point, which is regardless of your feelings about maple flavored syrup, like I say, I'm probably more tolerant of it than you are. But anyone handing out maple flavored syrup and calling it maple syrup should be launched into the sun.
Yeah, no, I think they are. If they're doing that, then they are a cad and a bounder, and should not be trusted with my breakfast.
And then Kim said maple tea, maple butter, maple biscuits. Like that. Or possibly, the text is a long way from me. Kim might have put maple butler.
Oh, yeah, you know,
Maple butler.
we're just using a maple butler.
Not to be confused with the maypole butler, who looks after the maypoles in the house.
Yeah, but we've all got one of them. Obviously, we all have
A
one
maypole
of them.
butler, yeah. But a maple butler is a very special thing. Is the maple butler actually a tree?
What?
The maple butler, are they a tree?
Oh,
You know, like a sort of dryad situation. Perhaps a spriggan. A spriggan in a suit.
a spriggan in a suit.
What, you never seen a spriggan in a suit?
Not sure I've ever seen a spriggan in a suit, to be honest. Oh.
You got this. It's got like no health. Oh, not quite. That moment where you can't. You got this. You got this. Overkill. That moment where you can't respond after you've run out of the
Yeah.
out of the move is like,
Oh.
texture soft, greasy. No,
Oh,
it wants
I
you
thought
to
that
go
was
inside.
A doorway. It
is a doorway, but it wants you to go inside.
Don't love that. Don't love going inside of you.
Hot, you won Nidhogg.
Oh, I won Nidhogg.
Look at all these eyes. Those are some good eyes.
I don't think spines are generally meant to beat.
I don't know. Well, there's a lot of eyes.
Oh.
I think you beat it.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. How are you doing? You feeling any better?
For whatever you did back there.
Whatever you
Oh.
Other things.
fucking did. I don't know what the fuck you did. I was fine before, and now there are all these eyes everywhere and all this blood. But thanks, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna have to equip some new stuff. You should equip. Have you got dog?
I got dog.
You should equip dog.
I'm gonna equip it on a button I remember exists.
What's it got? What can you upgrade dog with? Reduce turn planning cost and speed up most. So we have fast dog. Could we have exploding dog?
I don't know if that'll work. Increase the area effect.
Yeah, increase the area of effect of your dog. Obviously.
Oh, it does more damage. I see. Interesting. Then we haven't used this as a main in a while, so let's stick that there, and we'll add chain react to it.
Nice.
Moving right along.
Oh,
Like the Muppets?
No way.
yes, sir.
Know where we are.
Moving right along.
Moving right along, and I found the highway, and your way is my way. You know,
Am
moving
I
right
a
along.
man?
There's some fancy free.
Or am I a muppet?
Am I a Muppet?
This should lead up to the concourse.
If I'm a man, that makes me a Muppet of a man.
They're letting us walk right in.
New private message just for us.
Oh.
It's going to be sinister.
Greetings from the Camerata.
Oh, welcome, Red.
It's really you. Come all this way. I
No
never had a
subtitles
chance
on
to
this? Oh,
introduce
there it is.
myself. I'm Asher. But you've come for Grant. Good.
We've come for Grant.
I'd let you up
I think
if
we've
Who's
come for Count
Grant?
Olaf.
Stuck. Walled ourselves in. Precautionary measure. So they won't be joining us here either. I better go. Grant needs me.
Hope you're not buying this garbage. At least we know they're here. We'll find them.
Is Grant the guy who looks like Count Olaf?
Maybe.
they'll be cordial. We sincerely regret any.
Either way, we're going to throw some exploding dogs at him.
Here's your voice back.
Kim did point out that you said that you want to explode dogs.
I mean, don't you? They're robot dogs, I should add.
They're robot dogs, so it's fine. It's ethical when they're robot dogs.
Next up. Why are they even here?
When everything changes, nothing changes. That's the Camerata's creed, our mission. We love our city the way it is.
What's
We didn't want to see it fade because
what's the
someone up there didn't like the color
Camerata,
of the sky.
precious?
Everything we did, everything we're doing, is for Cloudbank.
Liar.
Liar, liar. Pants on fire. Back to the luau.
We gotta go back to
Back
the
to
luau.
the luau.
Asher can wait. Three it is.
Now, the last one of these, the planning one, was pretty tricky.
Yeah,
so
that was a.
Okay, go for it.
Go for. One turn?
yeah, that's how all of these are.
You might not have done it. You just see what happens. Because they'll probably approach you, and then you might be able to get them in.
No, you gotta. There we go. Ah! Son of a.
No good.
That. I pressed the wrong button. Off to a good start.
So,
Um.
so does it immediately go into the turn planning? You can't let
Yeah.
them approach you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you move just a little bit further right of there, you might be able to see all three of them.
Or that's... You're gonna be there.
Like if you were like a couple of squares right, you might be able to see the angle of the one at the bottom. No, maybe not.
Okay, no. I reckon I start off with a line of sight to there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
I got there.
Oh, you
and
got
then
this.
I just need to get line of sight. No.
No, you need to back off, come a bit further. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. Oh,
Masterful.
Like I was saying.
Sam, as a reward,
Mm.
I got us a present.
You got us a present.
Yeah, as a sort of experiment.
As
Because
an experiment.
here's the thing:
Oh, delicious.
Chat have sent me and you so much licorice
Yeah.
over the years,
That door's gonna stay shut.
and it's been so overpowering and strong and frankly horrible
Yeah.
that I feel like, a bit like Wesley in The Princess Bride, we might have built up an immunity to a
Right.
certain level of licorice. So, here are licorice all sorts,
Fuck's sake.
which I reckon is going to be a fucking walk in the park compared to some of the stuff.
Well, find me a bobbly one. I can.
Oh, the bobbly ones are going to be the worst, right?
What do you mean the bobbly ones are going to
Well,
be
because
the
they have
worst?
the least, like, sugar that tastes of other stuff in them. Right? Do you want a bobbly one? I feel like the bobbly ones are going to be the most
I always
challenging.
thought the bobbly ones were the best.
Okay, well,
But-
let's start you off with a bobbly one then. I think you're insane. But oh, here's a bobbly one. So the bobbly ones look like this.
Hey.
Yeah,
well,
should we just make it bigger? So
Okay.
these are licorice all sorts. Yeah. You know,
The
I
bobbly
have always
ones
thought they're
are
horrible.
deceptive because they look like sweets, but
And they're like,
oh, Kim's calling them licorice for weaklings.
you see, to me,
Yeah.
that just tastes like a sweetie now. No, try this one. Try this one.
I will say,
I think you were wrong to start with the bobbly one, man. It's like pure licorice. It's a chunk of licorice with like hundreds of thousands around it. That's got some padding to it. Like, hold it up to the camera. That's more sugar than it is licorice.
it's
Like, that's okay, right? I just had one of those.
I will say this beats pure licorice because it actually has some sugar in there.
It doesn't taste mostly of salt and sadness.
It doesn't taste mostly of salt and sadness. Unfortunately, it does still taste of licorice.
Like, I genuinely, this is, yeah. Oh, the brown ones taste of chocolate.
So I don't know if you've ever been a child, but
Yeah, this is definitely the sweets that your parents buy because they want sweets and they don't want you to scoff them all. You know?
Yeah, I don't know if you know the true disappointment of eating these when really what you want is Dolly Mix, which taste good. Hey, Scandinavia, did you know that sweets are allowed to taste good?
Like, that's just Dolly Mix with some complexity to it. Kim says no, they don't know that in Scandinavia.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think that adding chocolate to licorice is really bad.
You're still reaching for more. You're still reaching for more. And that's the thing. Because I've seen you like in situations where like I genuinely don't know if you're going to be sick.
I've just
Or
got
whether
to
you're going to
see.
spit it. I think I have seen you spit something out before, actually.
I've just got to see what's still there.
There's the Battenberg cake shaped one.
I'll give us a wee round pink one.
Oh, I've got a round yellow one. That's got coconuts in it. Yeah, it's got quite a lot of coconut in it, actually. It's like having a sad bounty. With no chocolate.
And having a bounty is sad enough as it is.
Bounties are lovely. Shut up. I love bounty.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie. Those are great. I'm gonna finish those. I think genuinely my journey with this is like now I kind of like a low level of licorice. It's like how like a spicy curry you might hate the first time you try it, you know?
No.
But then you gradually build up a tolerance to it and then you're like, oh yeah, it's good. It's good actually. Or coffee.
Or coffee.
Or coffee.
Or coffee. Oh.
People are threatening you with Dracula mega powder.
Yeah, I saw the word
we tried
Dracula
some Dracula
mega
stuff before, haven't we?
and
And it was
did
not realize there was a mega version of the Dracula.
No,
licorice,
we had Dracula megas,
but not in powder form, right? They were candy.
They were
like sucking candy.
Sucking candy
That
but
tasted
with
almost entirely of salt.
with a filling of
It was those. Oh, those were so bad.
of powder,
Yeah.
which actively I think that might be one of the few things we've ever had to spit out, both of us.
Yeah, that was so bad. And I finished the pickled walnut. I did not spit that out, and that was horrible.
I don't think I'm doing very well at this one.
You're just vibing. Sour Applesauce wants to know, what are your favourite flavours?
Favorite flavors of licorice, or
Just I imagine just generally just take the question as broadly as you like.
I do like an umami. Oh. Okay.
By an umami, like what's an excellent example of like the umami you're talking about?
I really, I have unfortunately recently found how easy it is just to add MSG to everything, and
Yeah, like
it's
the best trick in the book.
Amazing. It is so good.
Yeah, I feel like every kitchen needs a little tub of MSG just to sprinkle into things.
This is bad.
Honeybee Charm makes a very good point, as flavour and texture are nearly equally important to enjoyment of something.
That's true.
And that's why you didn't like that pink circular one, because it had coconut texture as well as flavour, right?
Yeah.
So what if we just found the perfect licorice texture for you? Would
Found
you
the
enjoy it more?
perfect
Yeah.
licorice texture.
How firm do you want your licorice?
Um,
Presumably you don't want it powdered.
I do not want my licorice powdered, weirdly enough.
Maybe you want it really, really firm then, because you didn't like the shots that we did of it. You know, that when it was in pure liquid form. So maybe the softer it is, the worser it is.
Maybe the softer it is, the worser it is.
The worser it is, yeah.
Right. Let's see if we can't.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were hitting your own dog.
No, I don't have a dog at the moment.
Oh,
Oh,
did the
they're so
exploding dogs not work out for
small! Oh no!
Licorice jelly beans. In a crunchy shell, Sam.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say that almost all licorices are just not gonna be good, in my opinion.
I just don't think I don't think you found the one that's right for you.
Oh, could we not?
I'm having more.
Oh, okay. You're having more.
I'm having more. Like, this one's a little guy. It's quite scary, actually.
Oh, I see. Does not stack. I see why that is now. Okay.
Oh yeah, that one is actually not great. Kim was pointing out that apparently they sent you one that you said wasn't bad. Do you remember which one that was?
Oh.
Or maybe it was a relative thing.
So, there was this chewy sort of caramel sort of licorice.
Yeah,
that
was really good, wasn't it?
That tasted just sort of toffee-y.
Yeah, it was a really dark kind of treacly.
Yeah,
That
it
was
tasted
great.
just of treacle, and it was really nice.
That was good. Apparently they're going to send you some. So that's nice. Or maybe you can dip it in the Dracula Mega.
Not
like it did
Oh,
Dan.
damn it. Or we could not. We could so easily not do that. We could not ever dip anything in Dracula Mega.
Look, she's got mild licorice covered in blueberry flavored chocolate. It's a very unusual combination of things.
That's a unusual combination of things.
You got this. So I'm just listening to what presumably is Red humming to this music. So Red's voice has been taken by the Camerata somehow. What about Quiet's voice, which she can't use because of the voice virus? And when are we going to get the crossover team-up story?
It's a good question.
You know?
God, I love that. I love how unhinged Hideo Kojima is. What an absolute nutter.
I realised something about Metal Gear Solid 4, by the way. So you know the character called Drebin who unlocks your guns, which are guns in Metal Gear Solid 4 are coded to the user's DNA.
Yeah.
So that if the wrong person is holding the gun, it literally won't work. And Drebin is a guy who hacks your guns that you pick up so that you can use them. So Drebin, I think, might be named after the character Frank Drebin from the Leslie Nielsen character from the Naked Gun films. And I never realized that. But I am like, it's Kojima. He named this character after a Leslie Nielsen guy.
I have been rewatching MASH, and Leslie Nielsen just shows up in an episode of MASH, and I was so thrown off because, like, I know of anyone in the world, arrogant though it may sound, I know MASH bloody well.
You know more about MASH than anyone in the world.
Not quite, but like...
No, you heard it here, folks.
I heard... But I gotta say, but I had just never clocked that as Leslie Nielsen just because I didn't expect Leslie Nielsen to be there.
I mean, he had a long career, but you do think of him as like an 80s and 90s star, you know?
Yeah. No,
I don't know when Airplane came out, but
there's a whole load of like side characters in MASH that you just would not expect, and it's like, oh hey, this is the episode where Lawrence Fishburne shows up, and
playing himself, obviously. I just want to alert you to a development. Kim's recommending powdered licorice mixed into custard, which now that sounds like a nightmare for me personally. Like, custard is just
Kofi, not a big fan of custard.
I can't even be near custard. Oh, sorry. Amending the record, Kim says that their Metamore recommends it. They would never do such an unhinged thing, obviously.
Obviously? Why would we think, Kim, that you'd be capable of doing such an unhinged thing?
Oh, they would suggest on ice cream. Which, actually, you know, I can see.
At least then you're adding some sweetness.
I mean, the custard would do that as well, unless it's a savoury custard
yes.
situation.
But because of your aforementioned reasons, we were not thinking of doing custard.
We're not considering custard. Custard isn't in the mix. I can't actually explain why I don't like custards, by the way. Like, I'm sure it's lovely, it's just...
I love custard. I gotta say, I love custard.
I just go like, it's the perfect way to ruin any dessert. But then my favourite dessert is apple pie with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. But, and this is critical, the apple pie needs to be cold and straight out from the fridge.
What?
Hot apple pie is fine, but cold apple pie is where it's at.
No, you're wrong. I'm sorry, you're wrong. Hot rhubarb pie. Now that's where it's at.
No, that is good. That is good. And in general, I prefer my fruit pies cold. You know?
I prefer my fruit pies cold.
What about apple cider, hot or cold? The answer to that is either.
What? I know it's an American thing. But
yeah, by apple cider, do we mean like, are we talking hard cider, or are we talking like what cider is in the US, which is not necessarily alcoholic, but is like just pressed apple juice that's unfiltered?
Yeah, I think the only time I have seen hot cider in this country is mulled cider.
Yeah, but that's good, right?
I don't know. I cannot drink cider. I drank an awful lot of cider when I was a teenager, and
oh, did it ruin you?
It no longer.
It produces an adverse reaction, I take
yes.
it. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh shit!
Do you still have those ciders in your bag?
I don't think I ever took them out of the.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting this one.
I don't know where
done.
they are though. I don't know. I don't remember taking them out, but they're not there. But they're also not kicking about at home.
Huh.
So maybe I'll just chuck them in the bin.
No, you've just left them in your car.
Yeah.
A reasonable thing to do with alcoholic drinks.
It's just car cider. You gotta have a stash of car cider for emergencies.
Gotta have a stash of car cider.
Oh, so that's why at your birthday, every time I offered you some Old Rosie, you were like, no.
Yeah.
I thought it was just because it was,
because it was Old Rosie, which would be reasonable.
Old Rosie's lovely.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I've not drunk Old Rosie.
No, Old Rosie is genuinely delicious. Just extremely but it's less alcoholic than it used to be. It used to be actually dangerous to drink more than a couple of pints of it, and now it's sort of just, you'll know that you've had some. No, I just thought that maybe it was a really hot day, and we were digging a very big hole.
We were digging a very big hole.
Maybe should not have been consuming alcohol, but Yeah, we dug a really deep hole for Sam's birthday. It was great.
Yeah, can highly recommend digging a big hole. It's great.
We also made a really cool sandcastle, but that was, you know, against your wishes.
That does make me sound like a psychopath.
Apple crumbled gin from a distillery in Cheshire? I'm going to look that up. Thanks, Kim. Apple crumble.
Now, I haven't
So
got
I can
around
understand
to-
how they get the apple. How do they get the crumble flavour in? Ooh.
That's a good question.
Is it Three Wrens gin? Oats.
Watch out, he's stealing your shitty oats.
Plain oats. They're food. I will try to check that out. It sounds lovely. Sure sounds better than powdered licorice in custard.
Yeah, but...
You know, my nan would always, when we went to visit her, as kids, she would be like, "Oh, what do you want for tea?" And we'd be like, "Oh, don't know." And she'd go, "All right, cold cabbage and custard then." And like, you know, like,
why
custard's
wouldn't
horrible,
that
but
be-
cold cabbage is kind of lovely.
No,
You know,
I
just
don't think
shred
you-
it up really thin, or in kimchi form. You know.
Right. No, what am I doing? Right. So...
I like, by the way, chat, that Sam is so determined to complete this particular phase of the violent robotic luau that he has completely ignored the plot. You know, like, we don't need to do this.
I realise I
optional
don't
challenge.
need to do this, but it's challenged me. Oh,
No, your void's lost.
I lost my voice.
You lost your void.
Oh.
Plus, you've really pissed that dog off for some reason. Oh, you died.
Okay. No. Fine.
One more.
Let's
One more.
Let's leave the robotic luau alone.
We can come back. It'll
We
still
can
be
come
here.
back. Which one was this? Performance
Ooh.
test. No, I'm going to leave the robotic luau. Just for now.
Camerata's getting nervous right about now.
Hey, they're getting nervous right now. You've been practicing.
Mm.
And we're back. It's shut off. We'll see about that. They've come forward.
To the people of Cloudbank, we did this.
people of
We, the
Cloudbank.
Camerata, are responsible for inexcusable
We did
crimes
this.
committed against this city
We, the
and her
Camerata,
citizens.
are responsible
Oh, you're
for
saying this. Okay.
inexcusable crimes committed against this city and her citizens. This is a formal admission of guilt. I solemnly swear everything written here is true. Know that I am responsible for
Huh.
the heinous acts perpetrated against the city of Cloudbank. My
This
accomplices in
doesn't
civil
sound
rights,
like an
Royce
admission by...
Grant Kendrill. We alone are to blame. Perhaps our worst sin is you will get no justice. For now, we all share the same sentence.
Huh.
Contact the author.
What have they done?
Wow. Guess Count Olaf really fucked up.
I think Count Olaf really fucked
He was
up.
trying to do. I'm sure he was trying to do something equally fucked. But
Storage archives.
He was trying to.
We'll just take a peek. Somewhere in here, there's a file on everyone in town. Safe and secure.
you've got all your functions back. You don't have to have the exploding dogs if you don't want to.
Yeah, but it barely.
Yeah, you've not really given them a proper chance, have you?
Yeah.
Okie doke.
I love the guitars in this.
It's been a while.
Uh,
What's gotten into these creeps? Go time.
okay. Okay. How are you blocking?
It might be that. Yeah, I think it might just be off the terrain.
Till
They're
next time.
starting to hit hard, aren't they?
They are starting to hit hard. Oh,
Like
Curves around toward the
old
back.
Rosie on a hot day.
oh. Just the sword sticking into the ground after that hit is.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, can time. Ooh, that was like a pop more than a
Oh.
crack, wasn't it?
I've just noticed that my microphone smells of licorice.
Delightful.
Some kind of break room up there.
Speaking of licorice,
Guess if you're gonna spend hours poring over files or running half across town, eventually you're gonna need a break. Go ahead, it's open. Pretend I'm not here.
You heard him. Go piss,
Just
girl.
hurry back. Good? Good. We're on the top
Lurchie, are
level.
you watching this on a
Oldest
train?
archives. Photo op.
Were you like, there isn't enough train in this game, so I guess I will provide my own? There hasn't been a train so far in this game, has there?
No, we've had a motorbike, a speedboat. We've had gondolas, which are mostly just lifts.
And a lot of very dangerous lifts. Not much train, not much goo.
They're trying to get in your head.
But, you know, game's not over yet. We're just getting started. We've only killed one of the baddies.
Ha. Oh, do not like having so much less visibility.
Hey, Oliver's here. Welcome, Oliver. Welcome to the violent robotic luau.
You're always welcome here at the Violent Robotic Luau.
Just a sec. What do they do with those snapshots?
I reckon they just sell them to the press.
That definitely still exists.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because, like, it's very clearly sort of a cyberpunk sort of city, but it's also a very retro sort of cyberpunk city because no one has personal devices. They have to go to those kiosks to get the digital
Yeah.
news. You know?
Strike nearby targets upward with tremendous force.
Ooh.
Spawn a seeking parasite that dismantles a target from within.
I think the upgrade effect should be a factor though. Like add a
Like
corruption
corruption.
effect to most functions. Raise the kinetic impact or effect duration.
I still quite like that. It's quite expensive, but one upgrade slot, one passive slot.
We've not been using the passives really, just because we're filling out our stuff just on upgrades.
That's true. And limiters don't matter hugely because I don't think I'm going to use them.
Let's see what we can find.
I don't know whether this is actually how they work, but do limiters give you more memory if you switch them on? Because that'd be a cool, that'd be a cool thing if it just meant you had more functions you could install if you put
Holy
limiters
shit.
in. What's
This
that?
harms the target on contact when executing your stop time.
Which is good if you're using breach and getting really close to them,
Yeah.
but if you're using ranged, less so, right?
Highest memory slots overload first.
Right.
That's good to know.
I'll stand corrected then. So Oliver didn't watch last week's episode.
Oh, yeah.
And Chattier explaining what's going on. So far we've got to we have a sword husband.
We have a large sword. The sword speaks to us soothingly in our ear and definitely not evilly. We might
Definitely
be
not evil.
inside the sword. My theory is still that we are inside the sword.
Found something.
No, like we don't know who the sword is. The sword doesn't remember. So maybe, possibly, but we can equip attacks to the sword, which are like programs, and yeah, it's a circuit board sword. And we are like I want to say like a jazz singer whose voice was stolen by Count Olaf.
Yeah,
And
obviously
they
we're
may
a-
have destroyed a city in the process, and now everything is violent robots, and so we're coming to kill them. There, all caught up there.
Oh.
Oh, that does so much damage.
Almost ready.
Do you have a thing that makes cells approach you? Or was that just a coincidence that it followed you? Oh no, it's not approaching you.
Right, let's grab that.
Oh yeah, so Oliver, for context, because you weren't here at the start.
Gameplay is sort of like
Yeah, it's a hybrid between like real-time action and turn-based. So this is the turn-based mode where you have a like an action bar that gets taken up by movement and different attacks, but once you execute it, everything that you've queued up happens really quickly, like not instantaneously, but much faster than it would happen in the real time. But once you've expended that action bar, there's 3 or 4 seconds where you can't do anything at all, and you're super exposed. But you can also do some really awesome shit, depending on your build. Oh, you can't afford your dog.
All good. Knew it.
Huh.
Should be another one just like this other side of the tower. Let's get back to the
It's
concourse.
another gondola.
Yeah, no, it is really cool. And also the way that your attacks work is you
Alright,
kind of
let's check
build
across the hall.
attacks. Each
Gotta find a way to the roof.
you kind of have different effects on every single thing that you
Yeah.
have, and they'll sort of stack together in weird and interesting ways. It's really works.
Hit the beach. The other override ought to be in here.
Oh, okay. I sort of thought that.
Maintenance. Count of 3.
Huh.
Discretion advised, Sam.
Discretion advised.
advised. Ooh.
These guys.
Oh. They've got an upgrade. Oh, they make more weeds? Those heal the other robots, right?
Show 'em.
Oh, you got them both? Oh, no, not quite.
More cropping up whenever you hit 'em.
Oh,
Ah.
shit.
Okay.
That's happened so quickly. That's fine. You got this.
Interesting.
Yeah, the little tentacle robots heal other tentacles. Other robots. But there aren't other robots. But these ones we've just been told to go, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a box that's gonna spawn, so you need to take out. Oh, you gotta be quick. Yeah, they heal other robots remarkably quickly. But these also just reproduce themselves, which they weren't doing at the start of the game. not 100%, but I don't think every the extra weeds that the 3.0s are spawning aren't 3.0s themselves,
That's good.
so you won't get an infinite number of spawning. So it's just the 3.0s you need to get, like, as an emergency.
Do it.
Yeah, that's good. Sweet. Nice. Oh. I reckon you just got to take out the tentacles. Nice. Sweet.
Nice.
And that was exactly in time for
Yeah.
your health bar as well. Good stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
Gotta be something we can use in here. Not what I had in mind.
Oh, more of them. Ooh.
Plugger's packing something new.
Oh, don't love that everything's getting an upgrade.
Well, I mean, so are you. So are you.
That's true.
It's not like this game's been stingy with upgrades.
Whoa, hey.
Jump rating
Um,
7.2.
The male voice is the emo sword husband, correct. The player character does not have a speaking voice because it was stolen, but the humming you can hear is her.
Okay.
Did it just move too fast?
One more down at the end.
Is it trailing eggs or mushrooms?
Eggs or mushrooms?
Eggs
Oh.
or eggs or mushrooms?
I thought it was Pokeballs.
The
but-
universal problem. If you could only have one, would it be
Alright.
eggs or mushrooms?
Oh.
Where to?
There are so many foods that just don't work without eggs.
Yeah. And yet, I really, really like mushrooms.
I really like mushrooms, and chat will hate us for saying so. They expressed a deep split into mushroom lovers and mushroom haters last week when we were talking about mushrooms.
This isn't what they wanted.
The process, those things, they don't answer to us anymore. They don't answer to anyone. We thought
Yeah,
maybe
I
we could
think
stop them
I
without the
think
transistor.
because eggs are so
As you can
versatile,
see, that isn't going well.
I might have to
Though
go
I
with
suppose
eggs.
You're not about to just hand it over, are
I
you?
like cake.
After all
I
we've
like.
I. The thing is, I really like it. Like,
Good question. Round and round.
I really
Backstage
like.
access.
I really like eggs, but also I can't eat eggs. And that's not like a medical thing, it's just like my body doesn't want me to eat eggs, and when I try, I have a bad time.
Yeah.
But mushrooms are fine. But like it's the things that I wouldn't be able to make if I didn't have eggs. Like I wouldn't be able to make a cake.
Yeah.
You know? Or I wouldn't. Oh, make a vegan recipe. Like I really like carbonara.
Wide open.
You know.
Ladies make more.
Whereas mushrooms, you know where you're at with a mushroom. You know where you stand.
If I say so
I mean,
myself,
like,
I
as
make-
long as it's not, as long as you're not foraging.
yeah, you know where you're at with the mushroom, apart from when it actually turns out to be deadly. Right.
And also, I'm currently watching Star Trek Discovery, and their spaceship doesn't run on eggs.
Discovery runs on mushrooms?
Yeah, the
Oh.
USS Discovery has a spore drive. They use spores from space mushrooms instead of a warp drive. They also have a warp drive, but that's no big deal. But yeah, no, Discovery has kind of instant mushroom teleportation in a way that kind of breaks the entire setting of Star Trek.
Huh. Interesting.
But it is fun. But there is an early season 1 episode where another ship with the spore drive has an accident, and there is some great mushroom body horror that goes on in that episode. Oh yeah, no, they do, it only breaks the entire Star Trek setting temporarily. Yeah, no. Alia Baxter has pointed out they do fix it after a couple of seasons in a really fun, interesting way too. It is not a perfect show. It has got its problems, but it's good fun.
They can take a hit now.
It's a little bit grim dark for Star Trek, is all I would say. It is quite. The first couple of seasons really want to be Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
but with Star Trek.
I think we have discussed this before, and that's always how I felt. I have not got past the first few episodes because I can't stand them just doing whole 20-minute long scenes in Klingon.
It's partly the. I mean, the Klingon stuff is frankly a bit strange, particularly in the first season. But I think so. Lysander a few days ago came into the room whilst I was watching it, and he was like, "Oh, what are you watching?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Star Trek," and he was going, "Why is everybody screaming and crying?" That's not what Star Trek is. And it's kind of like, yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, there's so much Star Trek now. But I don't know. I like Discovery. I'm making fun of it, but I do genuinely like the show.
I really wasn't sure how to feel about Lower Decks before I watched it, and then I watched it and went, oh, as it turns out, this is a fantastic Star Trek.
Yeah, like I had a really extreme reaction where I watched the first episode and I was
Maybe
like,
that's all
I
they
cannot stand this. And then about a year later, I tried it again. I was like, oh no, this is brilliant Star Trek writing, actually.
Yeah.
Like it was
It's
a
really interesting
extreme
how that
reaction
goes.
I had. But yeah, that was good.
That's 2.
Oh, apparently
Big door
the
downstairs ought to be open now.
so there was they made
Take
a
us straight to Asher
streaming
and Grant's hideout on the roof.
like TV movie recently with Michelle Yeoh's Philippa Georgiou, Star Trek Section 31. Apparently, it is
No jumping in
god
the lift,
awful.
okay?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
it would
apparently
be
really
because
terrible.
unfortunately they did some really weird things with Section 31. It was some really odd choices. Oh. Huh.
Oh,
We
what's going on here?
doing all right, guys?
Looks like Grant has other visitors.
Oh, they want to kill Cantor Left too. You should join forces.
Should join forces.
I admire
What
disruptors.
happened there?
Oh.
They might be able to say like, no, you can't to your strategies now. I actually like. Alia has said on chat, season 1 of Discovery was off-putting since it was like the first modern Trek that they watched, and that they didn't care for. They didn't care for. I don't want to do spoilers, but they didn't care for what they did with Georgiou as the show continues. And I would say like. Yeah, initially it did put me off as well, just because of how different the tone is. But I think the other thing is, I, having watched like the first episode where Michael is Philippa Georgiou's first officer on the USS Shenzhou, I kind of. My initial reaction when it came out in 2017 was like, I wish the show had been about that. I don't anymore, but at the time I was like, oh, you've like teased me with this really interesting, Star Trek captain who is in the classic mold of a Star Trek captain. And then they're like, oh no, you don't get that show. You get this show about Klingon politics. And, Jason Isaacs, like, crushing fortune cookies in his hands. I did kind of like Captain Lorca. I mean, like, I think, it. I think if he had been in subsequent seasons, it would have outstayed its welcome, but I did like the character for the first season.
Also, just, obligatory shout out from me, because Oliver mentioned Voyager. Voyager, love you.
You gotta love Voy.
Let's check near the big door back there.
Just, if you're watching Voyager, love you. I'm thinking of you.
I thought you didn't like Voyager.
No, I love Voyager. It's probably my favourite Star Trek.
Oh.
Well, it might be my favourite Star Trek. Yeah.
It is my least favourite Star Trek, and that's not to say that I think it's bad. I just think there are times where
I think
it sometimes
there-
lacks the
there
courage
are-
of its own convictions about what makes it distinct from other Star Treks.
Yeah, I can completely understand that, but I think it to me it's just sort of really well written. It's just sort of exactly what I needed when I was watching it, and just like, yeah,
And I think there is
On to the next
like
one. This is it.
and it's one of the reasons why I kind of like Strange New Worlds, right? Is that like Discovery
Something
is
I've been meaning to tell you.
fun in that it,
Once
you know,
this is over,
it does kind of maybe the modern TV of telling
there's
like
still time.
a serialized
Skip
story.
town.
But sometimes you want a Star Trek that you can just
Think
watch
about
in any old fucking order and it
Standing
doesn't
off.
Yeah.
matter. And I know Voyager shouldn't technically be that because of its gimmick, but it is kind of that.
it's kind of that.
And actually that's kind of how I like to watch Star Trek. Like now if I have
Let's give 'em our
Netflix
best.
and I watch like Star Trek, I will just put a random episode of Next Gen on.
And it's nice that you can do that.
Because that's how I remember being introduced to it as a kid as well. Is
Yeah,
watching
that's
it
the thing.
completely
It-
out of order.
Because it only ever showed up on TV. I would definitely not have like.
Left you a note. So that's it.
What? We're not going to kill him?
I couldn't stay to meet
Oh,
with you.
shut up.
Oh,
He couldn't wait any longer.
look at this evil,
Why?
evil guy with his evil, evil sweater vest and his evil, evil cat.
Sooner take an eternity in the Transistor.
But he was no longer seeing straight. Or perhaps he'd decided he'd seen enough. We knew the stakes of what we wanted to accomplish. And we knew that if we were to fail, we would do so together. As one. See you in the country.
Well, he sounds depressed.
What are you gonna do
Oh,
now?
he's dead?
Hey there, remember me? Guy you killed the other day? Let me be the first to welcome you to your new home. You fake.
Wow.
Ah,
Wake up, buddy.
disposition
Questions for you.
loyal.
How do we stop this? Fairview.
I
How we
think
stop
I
this
thought
is-
those were going to be bosses throughout the game, but
Yeah,
wow.
interesting.
Really?
Wow. Do we need to put a trigger warning on this?
I don't think it's too bad. It's not graphic.
No, it's not. It's just a bit upsetting, really, isn't it?
Project a storm sphere.
I do love a storm sphere. Ooh, anything that stacks. It's pretty good.
That's true.
It's a very boring upgrade that I like. Oh, it augments
Yeah.
the potency. But then again, so's that. It's kind of a boring like.
Yeah,
A lot
think
of
I'm
the
just
upgrade
taking
paths just say
something
like,
that's
oh, it makes something nebulously better.
+4 memory. That's real good.
Oh yeah, no, you gotta get that sweet memory,
Yeah, I think.
especially as you're building up more upgrade slots.
Yeah.
The Camerata. There's
Um.
one left.
So, I
Transistor diagram quality poor. Grand plans.
goals achieved 14%.
Once they lost the transistor, they lost control of the process.
Huh.
Which is like, she made a really good point then. Why did they like throw the transistor at her if it was essential to their plans?
Thought they could change the world with this thing.
Are they making soda out of those robots?
Jump for it.
Yeah,
Was
it's
that their plan?
We're not gonna fall.
yeah, it's Iron Brew.
Boom, boom. Did I tell you I invented a cocktail the other day?
You didn't tell me, but I did see it on Tumblr.
Jock's
Guess I was
Fizz.
wrong about that.
Iron Brew and Prosecco.
The camera
It's
on
not
wanted
very
things to change. For good.
I
Like,
love
it's
that
not
bit
actually
so much.
It's not actually bad.
Not like this.
It's just like not.
They got greedy.
It's not interesting,
the others.
you know.
Only one left. He's
No,
got
it's fine. It just tastes like Iron Brew.
out there somewhere in Fairview. We're making good time.
It doesn't sound like a hangover waiting to happen because there was no way I was drinking more than a glass of it because it was boring.
His time is up.
Now, have you tried Iron Brew and spiced rum?
Ooh, no, I have not.
Because that's quite good.
I'll have to give that a try. If I had some spiced rum or some Iron Brew, I don't have any Iron Brew left.
Your stage.
There you go.
We
Yeah,
get to
okay.
Fairview.
Do we have any
We can
spiced
stop
rum?
this.
I can't. We can't do this. I drove here.
I also have bubblegum flavored Iron Brew.
Yeah. See, now I see a dog and I don't know whether it's friend. What are we doing to Iron Brew? Well, at the moment there are like special new flavors of Iron Brew, like limited edition. So there's one called Nessie Nectar, which is like tropical Iron Brew, which is like it's foul.
It's
Um,
god
And
awful.
there's something that you kind of like called Unicorn Tears Iron Brew, which is bubblegum maybe, but they're not saying what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Prosecco, absinthe, and blackcurrant syrup. That does sound good. Sounds expensive.
That's not bad.
Could we substitute blackcurrant syrup
Oh.
with Ribena just to make it a little bit less classy? Just neat Ribena.
Just how unclassy can we make this classy sounding drink?
What is the like blackcurrant like liqueur
He's not hiding. He's hunting.
that you put in prosecco sometimes? Like it's a Chambord.
That sounds right.
There he is.
Yeah, because that's like a Kir, like a Kir Royale. I'll just look that up. Hold on. Kir Royale. Oh yeah, I've got that completely wrong. Oh, Chambord is raspberry.
Get back to the edge of town.
Creme de cassis.
Make way
Oh,
for
maybe.
Fairview.
Now,
Last member of the Camerata will
you know
be
what I can recommend is I just
Yeah, creme de cassis.
Oh. Is that a statue or a real big robot? I think that's statues.
You
That
got a
is
full house.
Oh.
Ever get
Who
the
would make a
feeling?
statue of a robot?
Yeah.
I mean,
This
like,
is a lot of robots.
yeah, but they're all here to watch you sing because this is the stage.
That's
It
a
looks
lot
exactly like the
of
stage you were at
robots.
Obviously, some people might make statues of robots. I want to like point out, like when I said like, lots of people would do that.
Hello
Maybe
up there.
not in this city that's been
Probably
invaded by
getting his
robots.
friends.
Oh,
Maybe he got lost.
Huh. Yeah, I just
Thank you.
bought a bunch of freeze-dried
What a mess.
black currants, and they're incredible.
Yeah?
They're just great to snack on.
In memory. One of Cloudbank's most influential voices has gone silent with the process epidemic spreading through the city unchecked. Red became active as a musician from a young age, though her popularity surged in recent years as her songs consistently charted in the top 10th percentile for the past 5 years, according to OVC data. While Red is but one of thousands of disappearances this week, thousands more gathered to honor her life and her music on the eastern perimeter, as the sound of her voice cut through the darkness. Wow, we're dead.
We're dead.
Officially dead.
Steps. Get to where you found me.
Now that could be very good.
Oh, what combination?
No, that is regen life.
Ooh.
When you're not regenning your
We'll make our way to
time start.
Okay.
Well, you got him.
Are we literally going back through a previous level that's been roboticized?
It's theirs.
We might be.
I think we might be, yeah. Because he just said we need to go back to where you found me. Disrupted.
You all right?
Ooh. Nice. Oh, the backstab. So
Set.
oh, it regens
Get outta
very
here.
quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
it's pretty good.
I think Chattier moved on to tuna salads somehow.
Yes, I saw that there was a tuna salad that was accidentally being made with lemonade
Oh.
due to a typo,
Oh. What?
which wouldn't be a problem, but it. But I wouldn't be surprised to see it in a 1950s American cookbook.
Possibly with extra jelly.
3 guesses what's in there.
You sure you don't want another licorice or salt?
Oh, go on then.
Find a nice one. So yeah, have this one. Like this was mostly sugar. I got this batter
Oh.
cake.
Why? Why did I do that?
You don't even like that one? I got the Battenberg cake-shaped one, look.
That's true. You got the Battenberg.
Oh, that's a nice texture, actually. It's good. So,
I was hoping you'd do that.
many years ago, they had they had licorice all sorts, but made with strawberry licorice. And that was really lovely. And I suppose they stopped making it because they realised that people liked it.
It wasn't causing enough misery. Is rather the problem.
Hey guys, what's new?
uh.
Hello?
Ooh.
A little peace and quiet.
Farewell to
One
Cloudbang.
reporter's eyewitness accounts of the city's final hours. As I stand here on the eastern perimeter awaiting the inevitable,
No one left to
I am
report.
surrounded by my community and I am at peace. It has been my honor and my privilege helping spread the news of the day amongst the people of this city. And my only regret is having no more time to share with
about
you
we
all.
get outta here?
So the west I see nothing, and to the east there is nothing, and so we wait together, shoulder to shoulder. We will not leave our fair city under any circumstance. I suspect even the process has figured that out by now. Farewell. I
Is
can't
it
work out,
sounding like the city is completely flattened, and
It does sound
we're
like it's being
occupying
digitized, you know?
a digital space
Yeah.
inside of a sort.
Yeah. Yeah, everything in this throughout is getting increasingly robotic.
White blocks like these, they weren't just trees and houses and things.
They weren't. What were they? This is the one thing we've wanted to find out.
Do you remember when we had a motorbike?
Can't see Fairview
What
from
happened to
here,
our motorbike?
but it's out there
I
somewhere.
think we ran out of fuel.
Well, imagine if we had a motorbike here. Look at all the tricks we could do.
We could do so many motorbike tricks, like failing to go upstairs because that's not something motorbikes do.
Well, not with that attitude. Oh yeah, no, that was the ticket office.
That was the
For your
box
show,
office
yeah.
for our show. So now that we bought a ticket, we can go to the show.
Can we go back to our house and eat the rest of that pizza? Or will the pizza be a robot too?
No, not my robot pizza.
What do robots have on their pizza? Is it mostly like nuts and bolts? Like if you paint a nut, yeah, if you paint a nut black, it looks a bit like a sliced olive, right?
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, he's had his hand.
Still here,
Oh no, he's.
and I'm still here.
Oh. Oh, honey. Not a sword.
Not a sword. Congratulations, Ali. The message. I have at last escaped my uni flat and removed all of my flatmates from my contacts. And I'm just like, yeah.
Lady without a voice,
Congrats.
gent without a body. We owe it all because of the Camerata.
I can think of certain. Fortunately for me, not that many, but I can think of a flatmate or two I am delighted just never to have to talk to again.
Yeah. Oh. I might take this opportunity to recover some health.
Actually, I take that back. There's really only one former flatmate I'm delighted to now have to talk to again. I've done pretty
How
well.
dare you?
We have never lived together.
I know. Yeah, when I lived in halls of residence, I was quite glad to stop living in halls of residence.
I know there were plenty of people I lived in halls with who I'm delighted to not have to talk to. But like in terms of like
my halls were like a flat,
Okay.
but on campus. So, right.
Is that what
Kim is describing how they used to redistribute the moths and spiders amongst the flatmates they didn't like.
Hey, Alia, you should maybe have asked Kim for advice because that's so good.
Have I ever told you what Jess told me about what she did to get back at her flatmate who she couldn't stand when she moved out?
No, do go on.
Okay, so you know curtain rails, metal curtain rails, often hollow.
I'm familiar with
So
them.
Jess unscrewed
concept.
the ends and filled them with raw prawns before screwing them back on.
Oh.
And then went to their bookshelf with a razor blade and extracted the 100th page of every book.
What
and then put them neatly back.
Hey, don't fuck with Jess.
Don't fuck with Jess. In fairness, like, I do remember this person, and they weren't great. Like, I don't know that I would have survived living with that person.
Except for us. Except for us. We don't have to worry we can lose. And by we,
Huh. Okay. Huh.
Red, will I ever see you again?
Well, you don't have
Oh.
eyes, so it's
I mean,
very
face to
difficult.
face.
You don't have a face either.
I like to wonder about that. Like maybe you could get me out of here. Or something.
Oh.
Then,
Oh, Oh, Captain Regfoss, that person
Wash away,
sounds
hand in hand.
terrible. Don't think you can go that way. I just get that
I
feeling.
don't know where I'm going. Oh, you know what? Let's spend 5 minutes at the luau.
Luau, yeah.
White noise.
Someone was asking about the songs I'm producing for Jess earlier on, and I didn't actually say anything. Yeah, it's going pretty well. I actually sent some stuff to Jess today. I've been arranging.
That's
I've been arranging
exciting.
for a string quintet. So I
That's
sent an arrangement over today.
that's what we call that guitar you've got that's missing a string, right?
The string quintet. Yeah, Keith Richards plays with one string taken off
Just
his
gotta hold 'em
guitar.
off. Easy, pal.
Kim had a flatmate so bad that Surrey County Council confiscated their traffic cones. That's a bad flatmate.
That's impressive.
Smash.
Okay, we are halfway there. Okay,
They're just 30 seconds.
2/3.
Yeah. Yeah. You got a backstab.
Got a backstab. Okay, let's try that
I'm
again.
not sure what you're trying to achieve there. Yeah, now get the fuck out of there.
Hello. Keep hanging on.
Hi, hi, hi.
It's fine, it's fine. Someone said, I had a flatmate who threw out my other flatmate's food they had just bought because said flatmate removed her from their Nintendo Online Family Plan because she had yelled at them over getting their coffee order wrong.
Oh my god! It just kept happening. That's
this is
incredible. I'm
deep.
sorry.
They stopped. We won.
We survive. I've unlocked music for the spine.
The spine. Was the spine the guy,
If this is
the
gonna give
big
us an
guy
edge, then we might as well.
who was full of eyes once you beat him?
Yeah. That was the spine. Okay.
The spine.
Now just play some fetch with
with the nice dog.
a good
Play with you
doggo.
if I could.
And a very bouncy ball.
It's so bouncy. And yet it
It
doesn't have a
sounds
lot
so
of
good.
inertia. You know, just once it hits the ground, it just sort of
That's our girl.
stops. You know?
Yeah. Okay, let's mull an idea as
Yeah,
we
let's do it,
finish
let's
up
do it.
Transistor for this week.
Oh wow, it's
I
that
guess when
time.
reach
I
a certain
know.
size or something, it's like I start blacking out.
Huh.
There we go.
Wow.
This was fun.
I
We had a great time.
Yeah.
We talked about waffles.
we talked about waffles.
We talked
Oh,
about cider.
no,
we talked about
I'm going with honestly, I've had ice cream on waffles and it worked really well.
ice cream and waffles.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down with that.
Yeah.
It's just got to
I'd
be real
probably
maple
go-
syrup
Ice cream.
though. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We've had a great time. At least I've had a great time. Have you had a nice time, Sam?
I've had a fantastic time. I am still in love with this game. Look, this game is beautiful and
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
it's got such a cool sort of quirks to its gameplay. I am so impressed. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining us, everyone. Hope you have had fun. We put all of our episodes up on YouTube.
We
You
do
can
that.
go watch them at youtube.com/@KofiAsam. If you're
should.
already watching this on YouTube, you can watch us live 7 p.m. Mondays UK time
You must.
at twitch.tv/KofiAsam. And you can follow me on social media over on Tumblr at AsamKofi.
And you can follow me at Neither a Baron on Tumblr. So yeah, please do those things.
Yes.
And watch more episodes. We have a lot of them. Some of them are
Yeah.
very good. And some of them are that episode of Mario Kart. We didn't even upload that episode of Mario Kart.
That is the
because
one
the capture card broke.
one that we have never
It's lost
released.
to time. Okay, no, you can't watch that one. Don't because you.
But
physically
that's
can't.
for the best.
Yeah, it was not good. And yeah, we will catch you later. We'll be back on Monday. Have an excellent week. We'll be back with more Transistor.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Take care.